Did you know that most crops don't die from frost and low temperatures in the wintertime? It's the mismanagement of their low tunnel covers. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to add 6 weeks of protection out in your fields with low tunnels, and at the end, my #1 tip to save your crops. Always use protection. Isn't that right, buddy? Let's get into it. I want you to think of your low tunnel as a mini hoop house like we have behind me. A few hoops, some frost blanket, and all of a sudden your beds have their own little microclimate. But if you don't think this really works, just think about that little extra protection, gives you a few weeks in the fall, lets you start earlier in the spring. It doesn't require the labor of cost of a hoop house. And if this is your first year of farming, this is the cheapest way to scale up into 4-season farming. But that protection can fail if it's mismanaged. The cover you choose makes or breaks the tunnel. You can use frost blankets for breathable warmth in the shoulder seasons, and insect and shade cloth for summer defense. And remember, being out in the field means that you're paying attention daily to your crops, so when you see those pests start moving in, you can deploy those insect nettings to stop during insect migrations. You don't have to necessarily use it all the time. But the wrong cover on the wrong day means you could severely damage or even lose your crop entirely. Building a low tunnel is simple. You set the hoops on pins, you add a ridge pole, use snap-on clamps to put the cover on, and then anchor the ends and sides. When we're talking about economical ways to start your farm, there's this thing where people want to use the very cheapest material possible, which is going to be PVC. Hey, I don't need a hoop bender, it's readily available, I bend it, end of the day, right? Well, that's where we could be wrong. You see, EMT conduit like we have here is designed to be outdoors, and it's also designed to be bent in the field by electricians, which means we can do the same things, and because we have our hoop benders, it's tailored for the job at hand. PVC pipe is cheap, but it's not the right tool for the job. It's meant to be inside of walls, buried underground. It's not meant to have that constant UV exposure or the temperature swings that you're going to get, especially if you're going to cover it in the cold. That's going to lead to broken hoops in the times that's most critical. It could puncture your greenhouse plastic. It could hurt somebody if you're standing right next to it. But more importantly, that means you're doing the labor twice, going to the store twice. So if you get the EMT once, you're done with it for seasons to come. But again, building the hoops is the easy part. Now let's get into the management of the covers. You need to make sure you vent on sunny days so the plants don't cook. You'll want to set the irrigation before you cover and swap covers as the seasons change. Let's talk about how the frost blanket actually creates that extra little warmth that we're trying to do under these microclimates. As the sun comes up, the rays filter through the frost blanket and it starts warming the soil all day long, even in the short days. Well, as soon as the sun dips down, the soil starts releasing that heat. And as we cover these hoops, that heat doesn't have a chance to fully escape. And yeah, it's still gonna be cold under there, but that little 5 to hopefully 10 degree difference, depending on how cold and how long of the daylight you had, is going to be enough to help those plants thrive in the cold. And remember, we are planting cold season crops under here. And by the time the sun comes back around, Earth is round by the way, by the time the sun comes back around, it starts heating up that soil again and begins that process. And that's why venting in the morning time is so important, is because you still have time to absorb all of that heat during the back end of the day, cover it up at night. The heat's still there without overcooking the plants. And now for that #1 mistake I promised. Remember, if we're using frost blankets, we're dealing with plants that are meant to grow and thrive in the cold. So it's not the frost or the temperature that's going to hurt your plants under these covers, it's overcooking. And this is especially true if we're going to use greenhouse plastic on the coldest of cold days. But just remember, as soon as that sun comes up, those rays are going to enter in that plastic and it's going to start warming up. And because it's a low tunnel and because there's such less amount of air mass, that's going to heat up very fast. And if you don't get out here to raise the sides or open up the front, the temperature is going to rise so fast that you do run the risk of stunting any plants that you have. And if you go out of town and forget it for the whole day, you're likely to come back to a wilted crop. So the combination of the right crops at the right time is going to ensure that they thrive in the right conditions. On the frost blanket, it's also important to vent, especially if you're using multiple layers. If you have a 1.5 ounce, a 2 ounce, and then overlay it with a 4 ounce during an extremely cold night, as soon as that sun comes up and it starts warming up, you're going to start peeling off labors or opening up the vents on the end. Other headaches include wind moving or tearing up the covers, animals sneaking in, snow loading, and the fixes are simple. Heavier duty hoops like EMT, more snap clamps, especially on the ends, and not letting that wind get in and tear that up from the inside, which means anchoring along the side with poles, and adding rigidity to your low tunnel with a ridge pole. So for year-round protection, over the course of a few hours, you can bend yourself a lot of hoops, and then you have year-round protection for years to come, whether it's frost, heat, insects, or wind. And hey, we don't ask for a lot on this channel, but I would love to have some comments down below. How are you using low tunnels? What crops have you done? And did you have any mistakes along the way? Drop one in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. We're going to be planting garlic, onions, and shallots under these low tunnels. We'll see you then.